Yo, 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 everyone, and welcome to part 4 of our Pokemon Storm Silver Nuzlocke. Remember to smash that like button and subscribe so you know when the next episode is uploaded.
That's right, we need all the likes in the world, LMAO. But anyway, I wasn't in the last episode because Jizzy Joe took over, so was there anything I missed?
Oh, just the usual Obama annihilating his own team and that Joe, nothing special.
Hey, I'm pretty sure I did really well in the last episode. But sure, whatever, say what you like. Anyway, in this episode, things are really going to be heating up because we're going to be taking on Team Rocket for the first time and then battling the second gym leader, Bugsy.
Yeah, Bugsy's going to get one banged, and that's not a euphemism for anything, so don't take it out of context.
Well, I hope that battle goes well, but for now, we're going to be helping Kurt storm the Slowpoke well. Also, I did some training off screen since our team is so low leveled, and I at least want to have a fighting chance in this game.
Listen, man, do all the training you want because we don't want this series ending earlier than it should. But I do have an idea. If somehow we actually lose this Nuzlocke before the game is finished, I say we just continue it anyway with the team we have.
By we, you mean Obama? But yeah, I think that's a good idea, and I hope the viewers won't mind that idea either. We obviously don't want the Nuzlocke challenge to end, but that's the plan in case Barry ruins it.
Fine by me. This game is probably the hardest one we've done so far anyway. I'd say it's even harder than Pokemon Ultra Sun because of how the gym leaders all having 6 Pokemon and they have better strats too.
Good, well, I'm glad we all agree on that. And the first battle with Team Rocket is going well too. So good start, Barry. Let's keep this momentum up.
Well, I mean, his Croconaw is almost 10 levels higher than this grunt's Pokemon. So even for Obama, this battle would have been easy.
Hey man, listen, this is part of the strat. Bugsy is actually much harder than you two seem to think in this game. He actually uses proper strategic moves, which he doesn't in the normal game.
And yet I suspect this still won't go very well, but that aside, we have a King's Rock here, which is an item not normally found in the base Soul Silver game. But with this item, we can evolve a Slowpoke.
Yeah, we can, but we won't be using one since we have a full team of Pokemon. And look over there as the Team Rocket admin will be taking on after this guy. I find these battles super tedious, though, since they basically all have the same Pokemon.
Well, Cacnea, here's a new one, Barry. They don't appear in Soul Silver since this guy is from Generation 3, I believe.
Talking of generations, the question for everyone this time is what generation is your favorite and why? I think for all 3 of us, Generation 4 is probably the best, Pokemon Platinum being my favorite.
Yeah, Platinum is goated, but I think Emerald is top tier as well, Donald. For me, it's between those two. Gen 5 is also solid since Black and White had an amazing storyline.
We also asked you guys which Generation 2 Pokemon you think is the strongest, and the general consensus is that Typhlosion is the best along with Tyranitar, even though it has a lot of weaknesses. Some runner-ups were also Skarmory and Steelix.
Yeah, good to see the Steel types getting some love. Although I think Steel type was actually first released with Gen 2, so that makes sense. Skarmory and Steelix are amazing Pokemon too.
Okay, so this Team Rocket admin here has a Voltorb as his first Pokemon, which is just shocking to be honest. Not because it's an electric type, but because I was expecting something more.
Yeah, well, Dunny, the Espeon has Power Gem now, which is a super duper rock type move. I think Espeon will be the only Pokemon to make it through this entire playthrough, boys.
That could be true. It's probably the strongest member on our team currently special attack-wise. Plus, when our starter and Charmander is a Charizard, we'll be cooking big time.
Oh my God, so I take it that all the important battles in this game are going to be full 6 versus 6 battles. I thought only the gym leaders would have a full team, but now even the Rocket admins want to join that club too.
Joe, he has 4 Pokemon, you dumbass. But eventually they'll have 6. This is just the first battle, but even so, I believe in the standard game the admins had 3 Pokemon to begin with, or even 2.
Okay, and with that, they're beaten. So the first encounter with Team Rocket resulted in 0 Pokemon getting taken out on our side. I hope to God it stays that way because we have the gym battle to deal with now.
And Kurt somehow miraculously has his back healed right when we beat all the Team Rocket grunts in the Slowpoke well, which is just so convenient, isn't it?
Joe, leave Kurt alone. He is a real G unlike you, and I bet he can count to 6 properly as well.
And we get his phone number too, or was that his granddaughter's? Let's hope Joe didn't notice, but anyway, now's the moment you've all been waiting for. The gym battle awaits us, boys.
Yeah, and obviously we're going to put Charmeleon here up front since this is a bug-type gym, and his Ember attack can easily murk these punks in here. Well, that's how I hope it goes anyway. I have a feeling this one will be harder than the first gym.
Expect every gym battle to be harder than the one before it, and you'll be fine, is how I like to look at it. Plus, Bugsy has definitely upgraded his team from the original games, if you're following along with us.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, look at this basic gym trainer here with 4 Pokemon on his team, all of which are trash bug types, but that's not really the point.
I feel like bug types get too much unwarranted hate, though, guys. I mean, with bug types, you can easily put Sabrina in her place, who is arguably the strongest gym leader in the series realistically. People say Whitney is difficult, but I feel Alakazam with Calm Mind is much more dangerous.
Wow, that Leadian actually somehow survived an Ember from Charmeleon. This is some foresight on how the gym battle is actually going to go lemao.
And it's only level 18 too. But anyway, back to Donald's point, I agree, Sabrina is difficult, but Whitney is more only because of where she's placed in the game. If she was a later gym leader, I think she'd be easier because your team would be better off at dealing with hers.
All right, we didn't need a PowerPoint lecture on gym leaders, Barry. It was just some small talk I started to get the viewers discussing who's stronger out of Whitney and Sabrina.
Hey, my memory may be bad, Donald, but I'm pretty sure you already asked the question for this video, bro. You can't ask 2 questions in the same video.
Okay, that's Trainer Benny beaten, boys. We're off to a good start here. Although I'm slightly concerned for the gym battle now, considering how strong that Leadian was, and it could have taken Charmeleon out if I wasn't such a great Pokemon trainer.
And now we have a double battle with 2 more children who both look like Kurt's granddaughter from earlier. There is some wizardry going on here for sure, boys.
Yeah, well, look what Pokemon they have, Donald. Probably the most garbage bug types you can get in the entire Pokemon series. These 2 are just the worst, which is something I think everyone will agree with me on.
I guarantee you'll find someone who loves these 2, Joe, and they'll make sure you know about it in the comments know for sure. But I agree with you anyway, these 2 are just the worst.
Well, this is probably something all 3 of us will agree on. I also hate these 2, and I mean, just look at how weak they are, too.
But they have more Pokemon being a Dustox, which is not half bad, actually. Jessie had one of these in the anime, which she released because it found a boyfriend who was a shiny Dustox, actually.
Yeah, I remember that anime episode too, Joe. Shiny Dustox has a gold tint to it, I think, which is why it's probably up there as an awesome bug type. However, the best ultimate bug type is, of course, Volcarona.
Agreed, Donald. Volcarona is the ultimate bug-type Pokemon. Back in the day, though, I think it would have been Scyther or Sizer, but those 2 have been relegated for me now.
And talking of relegations, these 2 have just joined the club, which means it's now time to take on the gym leader, Bugsy.
Yeah, we're going to Bombaclat Bugsy right here and not lose a single Pokemon. That's the plan anyway.
I have a feeling he might Bombaclat some of our Pokemon, though Donald and I'm starting to get a little nervous now as well. This could be the end for me.
Hang on, Barry. When did you get Mudkip in our party? You never told us you did that, bro.
Yeah, you got to remove Mudkip Obama. The viewers all want us to keep that Togepi egg to honor Misty since the actor who voiced her and Jessie from the anime sadly passed away. Her name was Rachel Lillis, and she will never be forgotten. A big salute to her for all her work, and may she rest in peace.
Oh shit. Yeah, I can't argue with that, guys. We'll make sure to have Togepi's egg back in the party for the next episode, and may Rachel rest in peace. Definitely need some salute emojis in the comments for her.
All right, that aside, here we go with the second gym battle, and Bugsy is leading off with a Butterfree. This is going to be an interesting battle for sure.
Your strat of putting it to sleep with Zubat and then using Ember was clever, Obama. But remember, when it rains, Fire's power is weakened, so you got to take that into account.
Oh, and the bastard already woke up so quickly too, which is just so unfair. I could have maybe switched out to Flaffy, since Electric may have been a better choice here, especially if I had Thunder on it.
There is no way you could have Thunder this early anyway, bro. And if you did, we'd know you're cheating, so there's that.
Hang on, how the hell does this Butterfree almost murk us to oblivion and back? That air cutter did so much damage to us, and we're like 10 levels higher almost.
Well, we all knew going into this game that it would be difficult, Joey boy, plus the challenge is fun because Pokemon Sword was so easy, like way too easy for what it was.
Okay, well, that's 1 down and 5 more to go. And now we have Zubat out again, and I bet you're going to go with the Hypnosis route again, aren't you, Barry?
But of course we're going to be hit with the Detect First by this Yanma. God, this move is so pointless, and I feel like it shouldn't block moves that don't do damage like sleep or paralysis.
And this Dragonfly has ancient power as well. That move could get dangerous since it can boost all special attacks, I believe. However, I bet I can get this thing to 0 health in the next 2 moves.
All right, let's see what your next strat is then, Bucko. Bringing out the electric typing here, though, was smart for sure. I think most of Bugsy's Pokemon can get super effective hits from Flaffy.
Well, at least Zubat got the Confuse Ray in, which has for sure helped. Little jabs like that can make the biggest difference in battles. I remember when I was younger, I'd never use status moves because I thought attacking moves were the best.
Yeah, we now appreciate moves like Light Screen and that. However, we'd never resort to using moves like Protect or Detect because we aren't pussies. We're real G's.
Okay, so his next Pokemon is a Beedrill, which is just a solid Pokemon all around, but luckily the Thunder Wave managed to hit, which means we should be able to take this fella down fast.
You keep saying, we, Donald, like you're the one playing when you're not, so how about you shut it and watch how a master craftsman works?
The only thing you're a master at is bad strats and unaliving our team more than the opponents, Barry. So how about you leave Donald alone?
Holy hell! And look what he's gone and done as soon as you say that, Joe. There goes Flaffy before we even got to nickname the thing. And to a Beedrill using U-turn of all moves.
And why are you surprised anyway? And look, Bugsy has sent out his ace now, so let's see how Obama is going to redeem himself here.
Brave of you to send me out in a bug-type gym, Barry. Psychic is weak against bug. Remember, although knowing you, you probably think you're so skilled that you can beat him with psychic types.
God damn, that Scyther hit hard and with U-turn again. He sure loves using that move, which means we might get it as a TM after he's been beaten. And now we're battling a Pinsir. I may be playing bad right now, but it's good to see a variety of bug types here, isn't it, boys?
Why would you waste a super potion on Zubat when it's garbage and we'll probably get taken out in here anyway, Barry? We need to save our items for Pokemon that will actually help us more than just confusing the opponents.
Because Wing Attack will do so much damage to Pinsir. And I want to use Crobat so bad. I want to try get this guy to max happiness as well.
And there goes another one. Barry and his Pokemon skills have once again proved why he's just the worst LMAO. So we're 4 episodes in, by the way. And you've already lost almost a full team's worth of Pokemon Obama.
Oh my God, that's actually true. You have basically lost a full team of Pokemon now before episode 5. I bet the viewers are at the edge of their seats each episode with a bingo card ready to tick off who gets taken out next.
They better not be doing that, Joe. My self-esteem is already being hit, to be honest, by you two alone. So I don't need my own fans turning against me as well, which I feel you two are instigating.
Don't worry, my guy. I think you have got this in the bag, even though we lost 2 Pokemon. Now he's sending out a Heracross, though, which was one of the first team members I used back in the day when I played Heart Gold.
Heracross got a big one, bang Specky from our Charmeleon, though, Donald. It's a great Pokemon for sure, though, and you can get it from this town by using Headbutt on certain trees.
And now we're back to his ace being Scyther. This guy is just like a tank for some reason, and he's low-leveled and yet still doing so much damage to us.
Well, I can tell you for a fact that this Pokemon actually has Swords Dance, which is a super awesome stat boosting move. We should be able to kill it before it gets one of those in, though.
And of course, Bugsy would use a Moo Moo Milk, which he doesn't normally, but at least we got the burn on Scyther, which should make this a KO. And then we only have a paralyzed Beedrill left to deal with, boys.
Yeah, interesting strat of taking Charmeleon out and sending Toothy and Barry. We have Ice Fang on him, though, which should do quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, I mean, Ice Fang is a solid move for sure. And there goes Scyther to burn. So I think I can safely say that I beat the second gym leader already, everyone. How would you rate this battle out of 10 then?
Well, you may have beaten him, but you lost 2 Pokemon. I don't care about Zubat, but I really did care about Flaffy, which you purposely got unalived, in my opinion.
Hey man, I didn't do anything too bad. Let's put it this way. I did way more damage to our own Pokemon in Ultra Sun by the time we got to the second gym than I have in this game. So I'd call that progress.
I mean, that's one way of looking at it, I guess, but for sure a warped one if you ask me or anyone else for that matter. But that aside, we got our second gym badge now, and we're still in the game, so I think that's what matters the most here.
And sweet, we got Bugsy's phone number as well, so we can rematch him whenever we want. I believe Obama, and he gave us the TM for U-turn, which we'll probably never use. And with all that done, how about we wrap this episode up, boys?
Yeah, so thanks so much for watching, my beautiful fans. Please remember to tap that like and subscribe button and consider joining our Patreon or becoming a channel member if you want early access to our videos.
Yeah, this concludes part 4, and next time we'll be heading through the Ilex Forest where we'll see the Celebi Shrine and find some new Pokemon as well. And don't worry everyone, by the time the next episode starts, I'll make sure to put the egg back to honor Togepi.
Oh, I was thinking about that, and it's nice and all to honor Togepi. However, if you get it knocked out, Obama, then that wouldn't look very good, would it? And knowing you, you'd definitely get it taken out.
Yeah, you do raise a valid point there. And also, I'd have to restrain myself from trying to release that Pokemon as well, because I still don't like Togekiss.
Well, that sounds like a you problem, Donald. And look, 2 more Pokemon are getting stored in the PC box forever. I kind of feel bad about that, but hey, that's the way it goes sometimes.
And I noticed how quickly you exited out of the PC box system, so we couldn't get a good look at how many Pokemon you've lost already, Barry. Very sly of you that was, bro.
Yeah, well, anyway, we'll see you all next week at some point for part 5, and also let us know if you'd like to see a parts 1 through 5 compilation of everything we've got up to so far.